Hi there and welcome along to today's Masterclass session on how to use LinkedIn. My name's Jen Simpson and I work in the Career Service here at Newcastle University. In today's session we aim to cover what is LinkedIn and how can it help you in your career. We'll also provide you with a brief guide on how to set up a LinkedIn profile and a basic outline of how to navigate LinkedIn and the different services it provides. We'll then give you an overview of how you can use LinkedIn to make connections, expand your network and research job roles. So what is LinkedIn? In very basic terms, LinkedIn enables you to create a digital CV that sits online. It's a place where you can create a professional profile detailing all of your skills, achievements and work experience in a way that you would want others to view you. It allows you to keep a record of everything that you've done and achieved, which has enabled you to develop your professional skills and therefore increases your employability to companies. You may well find that when you start to apply for jobs, the company will ask for a link to your LinkedIn profile instead of uploading a CV. And also, if a company is interested in you, they may search for your LinkedIn profile during the recruitment process to find out a little bit more about you. It's therefore really important and really beneficial to have a LinkedIn profile that represents you well. If you still need to be convinced about how useful LinkedIn can be, then we've got a few more reasons why you might want to consider making sure that you have a profile. It's a great way to demonstrate to employers that you're invested in your own career development and have taken actions to improve your skills, gain experience and get involved in activities or events that have supported your career progression. Anyone looking at your profile can easily see your USPs, otherwise known as unique selling points, skill set and experience to identify whether you are the kind of person they want to join their network or company. LinkedIn is global, giving you access to global job vacancies all in one place. Employers worldwide use LinkedIn to headhunt candidates, meaning that they are all using the same platform with the same layout, so there's no need to learn how to amend your profile to make it suitable for audiences overseas. However, this is something that you would need to learn and take into account if you were submitting a written CV to another country. A key benefit of using LinkedIn is the ability to perform a career search. You can learn more about the kind of jobs that you're interested in by reading other people's profiles, what they do, what are they responsible for, and how did they get started, as well as things like what skills have they had to develop and can you connect to them to ask questions and advice. You can also receive tailored news about employers and companies that you're interested in, and also keep up to date with changes and trends that might be useful to you when attending a job interview or networking event. So we've put together some stats to help provide some context on how widely used LinkedIn is. So firstly, LinkedIn has 690 million users worldwide, which is a lot of professional people sharing their profiles and giving you access to their stories. It's a brilliant way to help you understand the journey other graduates have been on and how they navigated their own career journeys. In 2020, there were over 3 million active job vacancies posted on LinkedIn at any one time, giving you access to opportunities all over the world, not just in the UK. In 2019, 4 million LinkedIn users were hired through LinkedIn, so either via the vacancy search or via headhunting, so it can be a useful tool in your career planning and job search. Next, 9 out of 10 employers are on LinkedIn, providing information about their companies or posting their vacancies, so this is a great way for you to find out more about the companies you're interested in and to do your research. 94% of recruiters actively headhunt on LinkedIn, which means the better your profile, the more chance you have of being headhunted. And finally, 87% of employers use LinkedIn to do further research about their applicants during the recruitment process, so they may well also look at your Facebook and Twitter. So it's a good idea to be mindful of your digital footprint and how you present yourself online. Okay, so hopefully by now I've convinced you that LinkedIn is an extremely useful tool. We're now going to talk through how you can set up your own profile. It's quite straightforward. Go to uk.linkedin.com and click the join button. Enter your basic details and voila, you have a profile. Remember not to use your university email address as this will expire once you graduate and you'll need access to your LinkedIn profile after this. You can amend your privacy settings however you would prefer, so head to the privacy settings page to find out more, and we've included a link on this slide. It can take a while to set up a profile that you're initially happy to share with others, so a good tip is to use other people's profiles as a guide to how you would like to develop your own. Remember, you don't need to have your profile fully completed immediately. Your profile should be active and constantly evolving as you build your experience and develop skills, so it's okay if this takes some time. Once you have the basics covered, or if you prefer, you can always request an appointment with one of our expert information advisors via My Career. They can give you some pointers on how to ensure your LinkedIn profile reflects your achievements so far. Once you have signed up and opened an account with LinkedIn, you need to populate the very basics of your profile, starting with your profile photograph, headline and summary, all of which you can see here in this example. Remember that having no picture makes your profile look inactive and you're less likely to receive many interactions. But LinkedIn do tell us that by having a picture, you are 36 times more likely to receive connections, which we'll talk more about in a moment. Most importantly, remember that LinkedIn is not Facebook. This is a professional platform, so choose a photo that gives a good impression of you to potential employers. Best practice would be a clear headshot image on a simple white or one colour background. Once you have selected your photograph, you can begin to think about the information you would like to include in your headline and about section. Your headline should provide the reader with a quick snapshot of who you are and your area of interest or expertise. Your summary section should build on your headline with some further details in approximately 4 short paragraphs. Do bear in mind that people often access LinkedIn from mobile devices, so ensuring this section is no more than 4 paragraphs will help manage the amount of information the reader will need to absorb. Formatting your summary into clear sections will help you provide context to your skills and experience. In terms of content, try to think about the reader and who you're trying to reach. Include specific relevant skills and experience, which can include academic as well as work-based experience, along with areas of interest. Ending on a call to action personalizes your summary and makes it easier for your contacts to reach out to you. Moving on to background information and what to include. The format of LinkedIn should walk you through adding relevant details relating to your education, work experience and interests. The good news is that unlike a CV, you have more space to add detail, so include information relating to specific projects, assessments, competitions and any accolades that you think are relevant and will add value to your profile. By embedding pictures or links to your information, you'll help to boost your visibility in searches and help increase recommendations for connections. Employers are keen to see evidence of a work-life balance, so do include any areas of interest and don't forget to provide context of how you're involved, be it you're a team captain of a football team, or maybe you lead a theatre society, or maybe you volunteer. Don't forget to include that kind of detail. Try to resist the urge to inflate your profile. As a student or recent graduate, you won't be expected to have vast experience, so try to focus on maximising the impact of your existing experience. Now that we've covered the basics, we can now look at some of the ways you can enhance your profile. Firstly, do ensure you have a mix of content. You can add videos, photos, online polls and infographics to help engage your contacts and generate interaction. You can also boost your profile by creating a unique URL that will look great on your CV and in your email footer. Think about the timing of when you post your content. Evenings and weekends in the UK are less likely to be a busy period, and according to sproutsocial.com, midweek mornings yield the best results. We've already talked about the importance of a good quality profile picture, so double check that your picture is as high resolution as possible and presents you in a positive light. Take advantage of the different sections on LinkedIn. Whilst not every detail may be read, it's a great opportunity for you to curate your experience and get noticed. Once you have a profile that you feel represents you and your future plans, you're now ready to start and build your own network of connections. Arguably, LinkedIn's biggest value lies in the millions of professional connections available for you to tap into, and with regular search updates, you can now create very specific searches to help build your knowledge and understanding of specific careers and jobs. It's also a fantastic way for you to build insights into your target companies and to see how they engage with their followers. And of course, it's a great way to build relationships with others for further information. LinkedIn is a community where contact building is encouraged, but aim to ensure that your contacts have value to your career planning. There should be quality as well as quantity in your contact building. Consider who you're targeting and why. And unlike Facebook or Instagram, resist the urge to connect immediately to friends and family. When considering who you would like to connect with, think about their network and who this may open you up to in terms of their colleagues and wider connections. Recruiters, industry professionals and bloggers are all well worth having in your network, but connecting with Newcastle University alumni is a great place to start things off, as you already have something in common with them, and they will have been in a similar situation to you when they were students, so hopefully will have some sympathy with your situation. If you're new to LinkedIn, aim to build an initial network of 50 contacts initially. Now you know a little more about who to include in your network, we're going to look in a little bit more detail about how to approach new people on LinkedIn. It can feel a little strange approaching a complete stranger online, but the cardinal rule of building connections is to make it personal, so always send a tailored message when requesting a connection, as it allows the recipient to see why you're contacting them and helps to build rapport as quickly as possible. Although this is an extra step in the process, I have been advised by senior colleagues that they won't consider accepting a LinkedIn request unless it's been personalised to them, so it's definitely worth investing a few minutes to ensure that you introduce yourself. It's worth thinking in advance as well about what you would like out of this connection and writing a short follow-up note outlining how they can help you. Be specific and realistic in your request. It's unlikely that the contact will be willing to provide a referral for a job immediately, but may be willing to spend some time providing some insights to their role or organisation. From there, you have the opportunity to build on your initial rapport and develop the relationship. Allow up to 14 days for a response. At this point, you can follow up with a polite message, and if you don't hear back after that, it's best to move on. And absolutely don't take it personally if your contact takes some time to respond or doesn't respond at all. Not everyone regularly checks their profile. LinkedIn is a great way to research and identify hiring opportunities within organisations in your area of interest, and companies will often provide details on specific graduate hiring schemes, internships, competitions, as well as full-time hiring on LinkedIn. By following companies of interest, you will find that any opportunities posted will appear in your feed each time you log on. You can also use the Looking for Opportunities function under Privacy and Settings to look at opportunities. One of the easiest places to start is to utilise the search bar at the top of the screen, which can be used as a job search as well as the people search function, and will allow you to filter your results. Finally, to help you narrow your search, you can also save your job search criteria for next time. Hopefully today's masterclass has provided you with an overview of how to get started on LinkedIn and how to make the most of its functions. For further information and guidance, do check out the section on LinkedIn via the Careers website, or reach out to us via the My Career app if you would prefer to speak with a professional careers consultant directly. Finally, don't be afraid to get started. It's an amazing tool with lots of opportunities to build your knowledge and understanding. Thanks for listening. Bye.